Yes, people, welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again, and this afternoon's be the transfer updates. So if you do like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. Then please hit the subscribe button as well. And also, if you'd like to donate as well, super chat, then you could always super chat us if you want to. That's your choice. And if you'd like to become a member, it's just going to be 99p. So it doesn't cost a lot, 99p a month, and you can enter some competitions as well. So big up to people on the Facebook, big up to on YouTube as well. And what I'm going to say as well is all this goings on with the protest tomorrow for at White Hart Lane, well, Tottenham Stadium, when people are going to protest about our takeover, which is absolutely ridiculous, absolutely shocking. I think it's disgraceful, and they just got to move on. They got to move on. We've got to take over. And Daniel Levy's been a bit peed off about this because he wanted the PF to buy his club. They said no, right? And just move on. We got to take over, and the rest is history. So we're going to talk about a couple of transfers as well. And the first we're going to speak about is GIacomo Raspadori from Sassuolo, the Italian club based in Reggio Emilia. Now, a lot of people might not have heard of this guy, but I have. And I watch a lot of Italian football. And this guy has played at Sassuolo since as a youth career. And he's made 67 appearances already. And he's been at the club for nearly 3 seasons full time. And he's banged in 17 goals this season. And I think this guy is an absolute beater. The Italians got high hopes of this guy, honest to God. And he's been linked with lots of clubs. To mention Juve, Inter Milan, PSG, Tottenham, and other clubs as well. And there's only a very few clubs in Serie A could afford him. Yeah, and what's going on financially as well, because they failed to qualify for the World Cup. And I think this guy's going to play for a top club. I really, really do. And for the Italian national side, he scored 3 goals in 9. So this guy is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And he could play anywhere. He's an attacking midfielder, but he can also play as an out-and-out striker. Yeah. His best formation for me will be in a 4-2-3-1. He could play right on left to right as a 10, and he can also play up top as well. And Raspadori, he's a quick and agile forward, and he's so direct and low center of gravity as well. And not only that, he's 2-footed and possesses good vision technical skills as well. And he can create and score goals. And also, he can actually create space for his runs. He can also exploit as well in the space. He can drop in deep, link into central midfield as well. And the one thing I like about him, right, he's got he can draw on comparisons of players like Carlos Tevez and Antonio Di Natale, and people call him the next Italian Sergio Aguero, which is a bit over the top, let's be honest. But at the end of the day, right, he can play in Italian number 9 for years and years and years to come. And I don't know if you've heard of this guy called Daniele Veri. He thinks he's going to be the next big thing. And look, like I said, I watch this guy play on a regular basis, and Sassuolo plays nice open attacking football, free-flowing football under Roberto De Serbi. Now he's moved on to Chateau Donetsk, but he's taken a mantle at the football club, and Roberto Mancini absolutely loves him, by the way. He loves him, yeah? And it's just so exciting. And Sassuolo, they got some cracking players there as well. You got players like Berardi as well. You got Shamaka. You got players like Rodrigo as well. And he's been a cracking player. And yeah, and I tell you what, they got a good little team there. And Raspadori, I think, in my opinion, I think he'd be looking for a big club in the summer. And I think Sassuolo will need the money. And it's not going to be cheap. I mean, we offered £21 million for the lad, and that got rejected out of hand. Yeah, so we broke cover. Other clubs haven't made an offer, but it's been washed. And I think he's brilliant. And if he comes to Newcastle, then Eddie Howe would have to change formation to a 4-2-3-1 or even a 4-4-1-1, and then he could play as a number 10 there. Yeah, if he comes, which would be a big, big if, then that'd be the end of Miguel Almiron's career at Newcastle United. Let's be honest about that. And he will fit in. And he'll have better players around him. And what you don't want to do is leave Sassuolo to play with Shamaka and then ends up playing behind Chris Wood. Because I'll tell you something, Chris Wood will absolutely ruin this guy. Honest to God. Osimhen, I've always said, go and get Osimhen for Napoli. It'll be absolutely a stellar, stellar player. So let's look at this. I've got big up to Alex as well. I forgot to read the comments, by the way. Look at this one. Mansell, afternoon, John, you doing well, kid? I'm fine, I'm good. Big up to Alex. Bottom, some percent progressive carries in Europe. Bottom 30 pressures that doesn't seem to fit the style that Eddie wants to play. And it's good to have opinions as well. But 9 goals and faces is impressive indeed. And the guy's only 22 years old. And also added 9.6 expected goals and assists, but only has 12. So he's overperforming in theory. His closest stature match in Son for Spurs. And he carries on this. But big up for Alex anyway. Thanks for reminding us, mate. 0.07 cost in the box when that's not great if he's playing on the right. Yeah, I mean, I like the player. I really do like him. And maybe moving to a bigger club would do him, in my opinion, would do well for him. Yeah, but yeah, tell you what you think, people. Do you think he'd be all right for Newcastle? Or does he need to stay at Sassuolo for another year and just improve game on, game in, game on? So how do you want to put it? So yeah. So there's other players we're linked with Newcastle. Shamaka's been linked with as well. If Alex is still there, perhaps he can tell us all about Shamaka. I think he's a good, decent target man. He's been linked to plenty of clubs as well. He's been linked to quite a few clubs as well. But whether he also moved to England, that's another thing. So I think do watch a lot of Serie A, but I think it'd be fine. Let's have a look at, does he play out as a 10 for us, club out wide? He plays them both, but more wide because they play 4-3-3 sometimes, Alex, and also play 4-2-3-1. So you can play anywhere in attacking wise as a 10, left, right, up front. He does, if it's a 4-3-3, you play on the left. And I think he's decent, mate. I mean, check him out. Why not get him? He can only get better. I'll take him. I'll take him all day long. I think he's a decent striker. I really do. But he's quick, and I think it's decent. It'd definitely be an improvement on Miguel Almiron, 110%. And fair enough. Not heard of second lad, John. So what's his name again? It's Gianluca Shamaka. I type it in for you. Gianluca Scamacca. There you go. Scamacca. Ashley, without the H. S-C-A-M-A. Bloody hell. Again, S-C-A-M-E. Oh, that one, Alex. That's the one. Shamaka. So check him out on that one. I think for me, he's improved. He's definitely improved for Sassuolo. And I quite like the guy. So let's have a look at. He's a big, big target man, by the way. He's 6'5", and he also plays Sassuolo as well. Just look at that a second. Sorry about this, people. My system is a bit slow. Just going to go through the comments as well, but just going to focus. Big up to JP. How are you doing, my guy? Hope you're okay. just for doing the latest transfer latest as well, just to keep us going. But Alex is going to find out about Gianluca Scamacca as well, but he's a decent player. He's a big target man as well. And he's been scoring plenty of goals for Sassuolo as well. And there you go. And yeah, up a sec. Yeah, he's another one's been linked to us as well, because Steve Nixon's been watching him as well. And he's going to cost a lot of money. And he joined him from Ascoli. Is it Ascoli? No, he joined from PSV, believe it or not, in 2017. And since he's been there, 31 appearances, 13 goals. But he's been on loans to different clubs, Cremonese and PEC. Ascoli, last 2 seasons ago, scored 9 and 33. Then he played for Genoa last season, 8 and 26. And now he's playing for Sassuolo. And he's in the first team, 13 and 31 games. So that's not a bad record. That's not a bad record at all. I mean, 6'5", 13 goals, decent stats. Yet, do you know what sort of price they want? I think they want a lot of money for this guy. I think if Italy got through to the World Cup properly, then I think they would have been a lot of money. But I think you'd probably get him for about 25, because Sassuolo were so big. Locatelli went to Juve for 40 million last season, and I think this guy is a young striker as well, and he's only got, like he's mentioned, 23 years old, 6'5", and I'd take him. I think it'd be decent. I mean, a good option for us as well. I think he's better than Chris Wood, because I do watch a lot of Scamacca nearly on a weekly basis, and I think he'd be fantastic. But I'd definitely take him, because if you look at the British strikers in this country, it's so expensive. And I think it'd be decent for us, man. But I think it'd be a lot cheaper than the ones we've got in this country, like, you know what I mean? But people because, not another Chris Wood, not another Chris Wood, but this guy's better than Chris Wood. He's an Italian international, and he's absolutely fantastic as well. And got some comments flying through. Dude, hope you're okay, mate. What about Hickey? As I mentioned a lot recently, I'll comment to him in about a couple of minutes because he's brilliant. I was say big up to you, Brian. Hope you're okay. And Charles de Ketelare, the young gun we want, and get a proper man like Sheik to lead the line as a 9. Wilson, bench, and Wood is gone. I don't know if any of you guys heard about what Sam Migler has been saying about Charles CDK. He's basically saying that talked to him about a move to Newcastle, yeah? And guess what? He listened to him. Whether you believe in the news, Sam Migler's come out this week, and he absolutely slated Newcastle's at City, saying that it gets dark at 4 o'clock, which is absolutely ridiculous. This is a Sunderland goalkeeper, former Sunderland goalkeeper, right? Actually lived in Newcastle, yeah? If he didn't like Newcastle, why did he not live in Pennywell? Yeah, and keep his mouth shut. Yeah, I mean, Migler is an average keeper at best, right? I just don't think he's that good. Yeah, and he goes and tell a young gun in Belgium and say, "Don't go to Newcastle. Do not go to Newcastle." Yeah, is he his agent or something? It's your man's own business, man. Anyway, I've not seen this guy play, but he is an absolute baller, and I just think he's absolutely. This guy is supposed to be brilliant, but I'm not watching him. Patrick Sheik, I'd take him all day long. I mean, I know a big lad. Alex, if you're there, mate, Patrick Sheik, I mean, would you take him at Newcastle? Because I certainly would as well. But Bayern Leverkusen want some 50 million for the guy. But according to latest reports, they've changed their mind and said, look, we don't want to sell this guy because he's happy in Germany. But money talks at the end of the day. And I think Patrick Sheik might fancy his chances coming to the Premier League. Who knows? And Tammy and Oshiman are close to matches to Scamacca, which is exciting. Yes, I'll tell you what, though. I don't think Tammy will come back to England for another season at least. And Oshiman, I mean, Napoli will sell. But if 80 million, 85 million they want for the guy. And with the richest club in the world, go and pay for it. Would you take those two guys? I certainly would. I mean, we definitely need a striker, 110%. Any of those names Alex just mentioned, I'd definitely take them. I'd take one, even two. And reading the Chronicle that Muller is our dream summer signing. What do you think of that? Again, Thomas Muller, he's a world champion, isn't he? He's won the World Cup, he's won the Champions League, he's won the Bundesliga multiple times with his club Bayern Munich. I think he'd be absolutely decent. And I tell you what, as well, it'll bring young lads who will look up to this guy and thinking, wow, what a player he is. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, would I take Muller? I tell you what, if you fancy the Premiership move, I think I'd take him as well. I want everyone, don't I? I think that'd be a good name to have. I'll show Alex will find that one out for you. What's up to the intro, John? I've played the intro, mate. I think it's copyrights, mate. It's copyrights. I'll get caught on copyrights, but the one who sent it to us, I've got to find out. And yeah, I would find out for you, mate, Mikey. Hope you're okay, mate. He's not going to listen to that Sam Mackham with the cash. That's true. You know what it is, right? I mean, Sam Miglia, right? He's just an average goalkeeper, right? I can understand if it's a world-class goalkeeper, but come on, Holway, man. I mean, the kid's got to make his decision on his own. Do you know what I mean? And the less I said about Miglia, the better. He needs a slap. Honestly, he needs an absolute slap. But we move on away from him. And Kidilari looks like he's 20 goal contributions to 32 games in Belgium, Club Brugge. 6 Champions appearances too, Champions League too. Difficult to know it will translate to the Prem, but looks good. He's a young player, right? And, you know, apparently he's going to get better and better, but I haven't watched him play. But according to Alex's stats, he's absolutely, it sounds very impressive. Trippier and Muller on our right side. Give me more. Wow. I tell you what, that would be a dream right side. Do you know what I mean? I mean, what it is, right? I mean, we've got to get some quality players in the summer. If we get one world-class player coming in, then I can guarantee you the others will come in as well. I mean, Thomas Muller would be an absolute dream by a lot of clubs, yeah? He's got it, you know what I mean? Injuries is a problem for him, but listen, when he plays, he is absolutely outstanding. And a new challenge might do him a lot of good. And I'm going to talk about Spurs later on about the pool test as well. I don't know what guys you make of it as well. Diaby for Leverkusen, I would love to see yours by in the summer. Do you know what? There's been some good reports about this guy. He's quick. He's a French lad. And I tell you something, right? I mean, he played ASM's place. Do you know what I mean? It's just to someone to challenge him. He's a decent player. I mean, Alex will find that one out for you. Yeah, just I think he sounds brilliant. Was it 15 goals? I think he scored either last season or this season, one of those two. I think we just want to get any quality players. Like you said, the money is on the table. Do you know what I mean? Like Magus said, the cash is on the table. And I think it'd be damn brilliant. So let's look at Diaby's stats there. His stats. Because I'm definitely Googling him. And look at it as well. Yes, he's 5'7". He's 22 years old. He'll be 23 in January, right? And he used to play for Crotone as well. I knew he played for Crotone. Only played 2 games. He can't read too much into it as well. But he's been in Leverkusen since 2019. It's his 3rd season. He has scored an impressive 21 goals in 85 appearances. Yeah. And he's got 5 French international caps as well. So I tell you what, this guy seems a baller. He really does look like a baller to me. And he plays on the left side of midfield. And he could challenge ASM. And Diaby's great. Could be big money. We're talking about 75 million quid, apparently. And that's what they want for him. And if we can get him, then I think this guy could be an absolute future for our football club. And where does I put ASM? Does he need to be challenged on the left-hand side? And just going to Maggot as well. And Wilson cannot be our main striker next year. He'll be okay to come off the bench now and fitness permit. I have to agree. I love Callum the bits. I love him the bits, yeah. But I think he'd be brilliant as a sub striker sort of thing. You know what I mean? Just use him when it's needed. You know what I mean? We love him, and he loves our club. So yeah, I'd definitely take him. I'd definitely keep him on the subs bench. Get a worldy striker to come to Newcastle. That's what we need. Or Sheeman or Nunes, I'd take all day long in Shamaka, and even Raspadori as on the B list. And big up to Alex as well. I nearly called Andy then, didn't I? Sorry, Alex. 26 scores, contributing 33 games this season in the Bundesliga and European League for Diaby. Yeah, I think he's brilliant. I think that's a great stats there. I mean, if we want to get up in the top 6 next season, then we're going to have to spend big. I know a lot of people saying we need to buy baby steps. Need to be baby steps. But for us, then I'm going to say go for it. Just go for it, man. And I think Wilson will have a better fitness record going forward now as we'll sign cover and he won't have to play when struggling. Should reduce the soft tissue issues. That's a good point, Alex. That's a very good point because we all know that Callum Wilson cannot play 38 games a season, and it has to be noticed. And the thing is, I mean, I don't want him. Well, he's 30 now, and he's 30 years old now, and it's not getting any easier. But we love Callum Wilson, and I think it'd be brilliant to be as a sub to have on your subs bench. And the next one I'm going to talk about, people, is Aaron Hickey as well. I mean, how did John? What's your thoughts on Aaron Hickey? The Scottish kid plays for Serie A, Bologna. I've seen both Newcastle and Phil Aston linked to him. You know what? If we don't get target, I think this kid should be in. I'll take him on a heartbeat, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because he's the only young'un, right, that plays a left back, the early foreigner who's under 21, plays Serie A. And that tells us a lot about the Italian medicals apprentice as well, which is not great. Listen, I'd take Hickey all day long. The left back, he has improved. I'd take him in a heartbeat. He's fantastic going forward, but he is better defensively, much better defensively as well. But going forward, he's quick. He's got a lovely left foot. He could also play it right back. He could play it in the midfield. But left wing, left back, wing back, Aaron Hickey is so adaptable. But Bologna plays a 4-2-3-1. And Aaron Hickey, if I'm going to mark out of 10, I'm giving him an 8 because this guy is absolutely brilliant. And Bologna fans loves him, right? All the Italian media thinks that any English player is going to get him, then they'd be lucky. But I take this guy all day long. I'm a massive fan of Aaron Hickey. And I think he's so exciting to watch. And Bologna got him on the cheap, by the way. And you know what? I think staying in Bologna and into Italian football for 2 seasons, and he has learned a lot. And his Italian's coming on nicely as well. So it'd be between 15 and 20 million quid. That's a bargain, man. I'd pay that all day long, 100%. And if Target's staying on, if we get Target, then Hickey should be covering as well. I'd take him as a covering left back. I mean, Paul Dummett, I think he's done. Jamal Lewis is done as well. So that's my opinion. Let's go on to Mansell again. We should pay whatever they want. The Diaby is fantastic, 100%. And I'll tell you what, he tracks back as well. He tracks, when you lose the ball, he tracks back as well. And he does get a lot of yellow cards for it as well, apparently. So that's good. And top 6 next season. This is where the media get the term deluded NUFC fans. Listen, we got a dream, mate. We got a dream. At the end of the day, it depends who you get in. If we get decent players coming in, right, then cool. Then we got our dream, yeah? We had 14 years of Ashley, which we were not allowed to dream, but now we can dream, people. We can dream, man. And big up to Alex again. If Dummett doesn't extend and we sell Lewis, then we need more left back cover. Possibly needs Target and another new face. Hopefully that name is Aaron Hickey behind Matt Target. But Fulham wants him as well, I believe, as well. And let's not get beat by Fulham, eh? Please, please, please. I don't know how Liverpool got on. Did Liverpool beat Watford today, people? Yeah, because Watford are down there. So just hope for Liverpool win. Joe, we'd be happy if you still continue from Villa in the summer. It'd be nice, but I don't think he'll come to Newcastle. even if we offer him a cool million to make him come up to Newcastle, that ain't going to happen. The only club he'll play for, right? If you don't get a team, get back in the Barca team, I think it's the Villa. Maybe it's for another season long loan. And I take the Watford fullback as backup to Trippier. I think it's Hernandez. Yeah, he's coming on, this guy. He's a really good player. That guy who's got an overhead kick, that was absolutely mint, absolutely sick. I think Hernandez is one of the better players this season, alongside Sarr and Manuel Dennis as well. Yeah, but I think Watford are done. Watford are definitely done this season. Yeah, and Watford's got to play Everton at home as well. And I think they've got to play Burnley as well. So that'll be tough. That'll be real tough. And good shout, Maggots. Maybe not top 6, but we do need to try to break in at least at least a Conference League with the new signs of wages. I spoke to a guy today, right, in the gym. Right, he's a Spurs fan, ironically, and he's come out with us and said that Eddie Howe is going to be the best manager, English manager in the Premier League. I can't disagree with him, man. And he also said that he's going to be a future England manager, and he'll get us in the top 8 next season, and probably get in the European Super League. Again, he could be right there. Yeah. I mean, what Eddie Howe's done this season is absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. I said to him, he asked us a question and said, is 100 million a lot of money these days? I said, no, it's not. 100 million can get you 2 world-class players, yeah, if you use it right. But I said to him that we as football fans, we probably have to be realistic, but also positive as well. And he said that Newcastle will do really well. And I have to agree with him, because I can't wait for next season, people. I really can't, because the players we got there are very good players, yeah? And Eddie Howe has turned some of their players around. Joe Linton, he mentioned Joe Linton. He couldn't believe it, the way he's playing. And in fact, he'd be scared of him tomorrow. But we shall see. We'll see what happens, yeah? But Bentancur is a class act in the midfield. Thanks for that, Gary. People, thanks 2-0 to Liverpool then. How long to get top 4-6 do you reckon? Hopefully within 3 seasons, mate. I got an elite mentality. 3 seasons. But it's nice to be positive as well for once, eh? But the players we got, I think they do things, but we still got to get rid of 8, 9, 10 players, the deadwood players out of the club. So I would see it 3 seasons. Big up to Gary, by the way, thumbs up as well. And only if Howe started the season, it's not unrealistic to suggest we'd be in 10th right now. It's fair to suggest we push for better than 10th next season with a summer transfer window too. I've been told, right, by a few media mates, if Eddie Howe doesn't get us 10th at least next season, his job is done. I can't believe what he said. No, it's not. No, it's not. Eddie Howe is the best manager you can get. He's a brilliant manager. And I tell you what, I want him to be our Alex Ferguson. Where that's going to happen, I don't know. That depends on the owners, yeah? I could only back the owners what they want to do. It's as simple as that. Watford play well today, to be fair. Whether they're good enough to stay up, I don't know. We shall see. We need to make sure the players we sign bond, not like the same teams buying big names that don't gel. That's a fair shout. You're not going to bring in Mbappe, right? And then he gets unsettled. Do you know what I mean? We don't need big players like Mbappe's. We don't need Pogba's. Certainly don't want him in my football club. Let's be real. Yeah. And there are some world-class players out there, but they're going to go to better clubs other than Newcastle. And that's the sad reality of it at this moment in time. We need to be winning cups. If we can win a couple too, and then we can start a project. Yeah. It looks like Sven Botman's going to miss a project. Alex, if you're there, do you think Newcastle will still get Botman, or do you think he'll be off to AC Milan? I think he's going to Milan, you know. And big up to El Stapleton. Hope you're okay. Next season is unique. And in that, we have to break for the World Cup. This could work in our favour with already made space for warm weather training. Eddie has shown he knows how to capitalise on this. He does. We had 2 breaks now in Saudi. It does a lot of good, yeah. Plenty of rest, having fun, and relaxation as well. And Eddie Howe's a proper manager. Steve Bruce never done that. He would have had a week off in flipping Cheshire sort of thing. And the players have a week off and all, thinking, oh, yes, a week off, eh? Wow. I'm not going to read that, by the way. I'm not going to read that too, so I'm sorry. Guys, listen, if you do like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. Then do subscribe to my channel as well. I'm sure a lot of people have. And also, if you like to donate or super chat, it's up to you. Just give what you can. It is entirely your choice. And if you'd like to become a member, then you know exactly what to do. Just click on the join button as well. And big up to Alex again. I think we're still in a good shout with Botman. He was keen on the move, mid-ad, and still follows him on social media. Oh, so I love to see Botman come to Newcastle, you know. I love to see him. My heart says going to go to Newcastle, but my head says going to go to Milan. And I'll tell you for why, because there's two Lille players who used to play for Lille. Must have talked him out of it and come to Milan. And that is Maignan, the goalkeeper, and Rafael Leao as well. And yeah, I have to go with you as well there, Alex. That's not a good take there. I have to agree. That's why I didn't want to read it out, mate. Honestly, man. He sounds a good guy, but I just don't want to read it out. You know what I mean? Even Ginger last, he can be a bit controversial, but he does make a lot of sense, you know. Except when he called us Tyre AFTV. Torres getting Calvert-Lewin and Werner, I wouldn't want either. Everton fans think Lewin is a big deal. Maggot, you're right. I mean, my understanding is, right, I think Calvert-Lewin's going off to Arsenal. He's off to Arsenal. That's what I'm hearing. And I spoke to an Everton fan on a DM as well. He'd be off to Arsenal. That's a done deal, apparently, but he didn't want to keep it hush-hush. And Everton fans think Lewin's a big deal. He'd be like, every time they touch him, just falls over. Wow. I think he'd be gone at the end of the season. I think he's still got a chance for Botman. Two guys, he has not signed for Milan. Well, his agents come out and he said that the deal is done. It's a done deal. Yeah, 5-year contract on something like 3 million a season net. But I don't know if it's paper talking that up, because according to La Gazzetta and Sempre Milan, and that's a done deal. But we say, but maybe Ben Arthur's put in a good word for Sassuolo. Yes, yeah. Yes, Ben Arthur, yes, or David Ginola, maybe it's David Ginola, or Young Kabayi, Laurent Robert. Yeah, there's some good calls there, man. Big thumbs up to you, my guy. I like Vlad Diaz and Seko Fofana. That's good. Two good names there. Alex, well, check them out, mate. I mean, Seko Fofana, I followed his career at Udinese. He was Irish Udinese. He wasn't outstanding, but since he's gone back to France, to Nantes, then you know what? He's been absolutely brilliant. Brilliant for them. I mean, him and Lafont, the goalkeeper, are absolutely fantastic. Those two guys. Brilliant. And Maggots as well. Big up to you. Yeah. And Bias, apparently, he's the French Mo Salah. You can't really compare names. He's the next this and the next that sort of thing, you know. But apparently, he's having a good season. So maybe if we can give Nantes a bit of money for the 3 players, then I'll tell you something. That'll be fun. They could be our feeder club. Let's go on to some plays Football Manager. Do you know what it is? So I'd love to get a PS5. I'd love to get a PS5. I got some money back last couple of days ago, but because I overpaid my direct debit, and the money I got back is enough to get us a PS5 machine. And yes, chatting to my guy, and doing so. I never played games since I was a kid on Sega, and 3 million a season. These pennies. I'll tell you what, that's a lot of money for Italian football, by the way. Let's be honest. A lot of money. But he's come out and said that Milan is a historical city. I've been in Milan myself, and I absolutely love Milan. I love Milan. It's a beautiful city. I should have gone there for 5 years last year, but COVID, I couldn't go. 36 quid for the flight, including the insurance, all in. And I had a 3-night hotel stay for about 150 quid. Altogether, 180 quid for a 5-night stay. Wow. And you know what? I'm gutted. I couldn't go. But that's another day. Not wrong pushing for top 6, but that means we have to finish above Villa, Leicester, Wolves, and one of the traditional big 6. That could be a massive ask. It's true. And anywhere between 6 and 10 would be a credible result, in my opinion, for next season. I'd take that all day long. And a trophy as well. We need to get at least 8 points for the next 4 games, because the last 3 games are City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Let's hope so. I mean, we want to be safe before that, mind. We want to be safe. And everyone should expect a 6 next season. So if you finish 10th, 9th, or 8th, will the fans so back Eddie, or they will call for his head like they did for Sir Bobby? You know what, mate? I don't think they will. I will not be shouting at Eddie's head, because Eddie Howe is, for me, he's the best English manager in the Premier League. And that's me saying. 5 and 6 points, I'd take top 9. Yeah, that's fine. And but I don't know if you guys heard of, right, about this stupid Spurs fans protesting about the takeover. I don't know a lot about it, but I posted out a tweet the other day saying that am I hearing right that Spurs fans are going to protest about our ADFC takeover on Sunday for an hour. My God, this just gets better. 168 likes, 1 quoted tweet, and 3 retweets, right? 168 tweets. Holly Blades is one of them as well, by the way. So big up to you, Holly, and good luck on your new channel as well. Bloody hell, Man City 1 up within 5 minutes. Wow, Burnley 0, City 1. So it's looking good. I mean, I'm expecting 10th or better. 11th or 12th would be frustrated by a ticket. 13th or lower would be a failure if you invest well in the summer. But it depends on the contents of it. Fair enough. And big up to Jules as well from Norway. I hope you're fine. And I'm doing a watch along tomorrow, people. So I'll be on a 3:30. And it's going to be a tough game. But we're going to go there and have a real go. But the one thing for sure, you cannot have a go at ASM. But I hope he starts, because I like ASM. And let's hope that he puts on a big show. And I hope Emerson Royale plays tomorrow, by the way, people. Because I tell you what, if Emerson Royale faces him, he'll come unstuck. So looking forward to that, people. So and done the FIFA Cup draw yesterday with guests like Ryan and Niall and Luca and Andrew and we also there's not others as well. I can't remember his name now, but some are lighting us. But thank you very much for coming on. I think it's been absolutely fantastic. And there's Wolves are a goal up, by the way. Thanks for that, guys. And Spurs are one of the clubs that wanted to stop Dale going through, and yet most of these so-called big clubs wanted to create a Super League, destroying the history, and don't care about even their own fans. So know what it is, Maggot, right? If the Super League did happen, then I'll be done. I'll be done with football. I'll just say, you know what? Have your Super League, but at the end of the day, football doesn't exist. Because the bottom line is, people, right? Super League is a greed league. It's just money. It's greed league for me. Do you know what I mean? Brian Glanville once said, once upon a time, money is greed league. And he's absolutely right. But let me tell you something, right? I mean, you got clubs like Juve, Real Madrid and Barca still wants the Super League, yeah? They're on their own. Why don't you just create a Super League of their own, right? Forget about their respective league and just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? But Daniel Levy is an absolute disgrace. I mean, Daniel Levy, right, is an arrogant, two-faced git. You can tell he doesn't do interviews, right? And he's having a paddy because the takeover went through. Then he tried to form an order league to complain against us, blah, blah, blah. And Daniel Levy spent like $1 billion on a new stadium, if memory serves us right. And it's just crazy, man. And the one and Uli, I agree completely. It'd be lovely to just enjoy football instead of fearing the drop. Absolutely. Don't worry about the bottom 3. Just enjoy the football, because football's been played as great. But back on Daniel Levy, for me, I just think he's one of the worst owners I've seen in a long time. He hardly spends any money, right? And I'll tell you what, he's lucky that Antonio Conte is at the club as manager, because if he messes one up, then he has to put this club up for sale, because there's nowhere to go after this. And I'll tell you what, he's been lucky in a minute because Conte is there. But I do hope we beat them. What are the Spurs fans hoping to achieve by protesting the takeover? It's done. So what a gang of morons. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, they probably have about 20 people protesting, and the rest is going to jump on. Well, good luck. Let's have fun on that one. But I'm not going to get involved in it. I'll do the watch along. I thought Danley was trying to tempt PF to invest in Spurs. They turned them down, mate, because they're asking for stupid amounts of money. They're not going to pay $1 billion. They're not going to pay a couple of billion for the stadium, but they could buy Newcastle United for 300 million. There you go. Last year, Arsene Wenger believes the Super League will happen after rule change in March 2023. Well, if that's the case, mate, then I'm done with football. Yeah. Johnny, what do you think if you win the World Cup? Do you fancy Italy for the cup, mate? They're out, mate. Italian are out. France for me. I think Brazil will bottle it. I think France got what it takes to win the World Cup. But would it be great for Brazil to win it, though, with Bruno Gamache in the team? Can you imagine Bruno lifting the World Cup trophy as a Newcastle player? That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? That'd be brilliant. And then we got a World Cup winner on our hands. So hopefully Brazil do it. But I think France will. But hopefully England will win it. What's the correct score? Then I'm going to say once each. It's going to be tight, and I think it's going to be fun. So I've got to say once each. A point would be a credible point. But we have got to start really well, because if we don't start well, they got players who can hurt you. You got Kane, you got Son, you got Kulusevski, you got Bentancur as well. Højbjerg as well, because snapping the heels in midfield. We got to get in his face as well. But Emerson Royale, I think it's poor. Very, very poor. More like Chicken Royale. But Emerson Royale, I'm sorry. I will be players tomorrow. Ace and rip him a good one. Absolutely rip him a good one, people. You know what I mean? The back three, Romero, I rate him very highly. I think he's the best defender at the club. Eric Dyer is okay. Ben Davis is bang average. I can't lie. And Rebellion, I think he's a decent left wing back. I think he's excellent. He really is. But going to the stats between him and Matt Target, it's very, very close, people. Cannot choose them. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a cracking game. I'll say once each. I'll be on the watch along tomorrow at 3:30. And I'm going to really enjoy it, man. It's going to be a good game. So Liverpool won. Man City are winning. So it's all good. And I'll tell you what, I just saw a Fabinho penalty as well. And it's a peach penalty by the top corner. Never get there. And got a couple of comments as well. I think against Spurs tomorrow, the first 15 will be important as they're positive come at us early. We got to get at them as well. We can't just sit back against these, or it's going to get ripped apart. But we got the players to go at them. So I'd like to see Bruno, Jolin, ASM. And so look, Burn, Share, Target as well. We have indeed. But, I mean, I'll play them all tomorrow. Big up to Maggot. Højbjerg still plays for Spurs. He is decent. I mean, he can tackle. He runs about. And he'd be a perfect holding midfielder for us, by the way. I think he'd be brilliant. He's a brilliant defensive midfielder. And could you imagine that? But looks like we have a strong squad tomorrow to play. Eddie Howe doesn't give much away. I say he's going to play 4-3-3. And I think a lot of people are going to say he's going to play 3 at the back. We should see tomorrow. You'll see what happens, people. And I tell you what I got tomorrow. I'm going to do the watch along tomorrow. I'm going to do the match reaction on Monday. Should be the John Macy show on Tuesday, but it's a John Nicky show on Tuesday. She's a big United fan, by the way. She's going to take her place. And also got Now coming on a week after that. Wednesday, I'm going to do the fan forum. Thursday, I'm going to do the match preview. And Friday, it'll be a watch along on Friday and not Saturday. So that'd be fantastic. I'm going to do the fan phone in as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And my choice will be Florian Grillage on a free from Hoffenheim to sit next to Bruno next season. Saves cash and spends on attackers. Alex, that's a good point. I mean, I'll be happy getting 2 or 3 free signings, spend the rest of them on cash money, and we have a fantastic season. Yeah, I mean, he's another one I'd take as well. I think he'd be absolutely great. I mean, he fancies the Premier League, and Is he going to play? Is he going to play 4-3-3 next season, or will it be a 4-2-3-1? I think that'd be improving the midfield. Yes, people. I think that'd be a good shout, Alex. I do like the look of him. He's a tough tackler in midfield. Goes forward as well. Yeah, I shouldn't see why not. And because we definitely we can do another centre back as well. Hopefully, Botman. Give some stats on him. Thank you very much indeed. 26-year-old solid CDM, and used to be playing a high passing and high possession team. Sound perfect for us on a free. Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, if Eddie Howe looks at him, I think it'd be perfect. It'd be absolutely perfect. So I'd definitely take him as well. I'm after anyone. I want everyone to come. I want about 100 players to come to Newcastle. Come on, away, man. Come to Newcastle. Yeah, but really got room for someone like 20. Got a good feeling about tomorrow, John. You're going to beat Spurs 3-2 and Maxi getting the winner. Can you imagine that? Beats Cotson Sai, MC Royale, and hits in the top corner, beats Loris. That'd be game, set, and match. So I think that'd be brilliant. But we're going to be safe this season, people. I can't lie, because I think Watford, and it looks like Burnley's going to get beat as well. And it's just getting better for Newcastle. But we've got to watch out for Everton as well. We can't write off Everton getting relegated as well. Burnley as well could be down there as well. But whatever happens, if we get beat tomorrow, I hope we don't. If we get beat tomorrow, it's still be 9 points from the job. 9 points. Yeah. But even a point tomorrow would be fantastic. Any point now would be brilliant. Then we've got to play Wolves on Friday. Jimenez won't be playing. Ruben Neves, that's the player I'd love to have for Newcastle. He would not be playing. He'd be out. He's out for a month. But they still got 3 solid defenders. Cody, Trincial, and who else is it? Kilman. That's it, Kilman. So they got 3 centre-backs there. But they're going to be tough to break down as well, by the way. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be so exciting, people. So there you go. I think I'll wrap up there, guys, because I've got things on. And I could do another 10 minutes, I guess. Make sure I press the right button. Is that Two in the Game Part 2? He's also refused to rule out a move to Newcastle despite the position in the Premier League standings. I tell you what, that's really good. That is good. At least someone's interested. Do you know what I mean? But unlike, what's his name, Donny van der Beek, he didn't want to come to Newcastle. But one thing I'm going to say, people, as well, that in the summer, if these players turn us down and say that, I want to come to Newcastle, right? Now we're safe. I'll just say, no, you're not coming. You had your chance. You didn't make it. Van der Beek wouldn't have been in my club. As far as I'm concerned, he's done. Oh, Botman, sorry. I thought he was on about Florian Grealish there. Sorry, that's about Nick Botman, mate. Yeah. Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. We get him. So anything can happen there. And like I said, if we could get Botman, that could be the piece and jigsaw we've been missing for ages, man. But who's going to be dropped? Is it going to be Lascelles? Is Lascelles done at Newcastle? It's Fabian Schär. I'd love to have him. I'd love to keep him. But why? He'd be there as a backup, I guess. You know, I mean, Botman's we want to be playing every week. Dan Burn want to be playing every week as well. So we're going to have 2 solid defenders there. So we'll see what happens. So listen, guys, I've got to wrap up there because I've got things to do. I might be back on later. I don't know yet. But one thing for sure, I'll be back tomorrow. And if you do like the video, you like what you see, then please hit the like button. Then please hit the subscribe button as well. And helps this channel to grow as well. I've got 2,306, I think, on the subscribers list. So thanks very much indeed for that. And also, if you'd like to become a member, just click on the join button as well. And Beak's eating his words now. Wow. He is. he'll go back to United. He'll go back to United in the summer, but they probably get Erik ten Hag taking over the club as well. So hopefully that he may get his career back on the track. And I was going to do a watch along and eat. No, not the United Leicester game. No, ain't gonna happen. No chance. But otherwise, I'll probably get ripped apart. But listen, I'll catch you later, guys. And it's been brilliant joining us again. And I shall speak to you later. Thanks to Alex, Mikey, Maggot, Truls, Mansell, and Tunes as well. Everyone else has said hi to us. Have a fantastic afternoon, whatever you decide to do. And hopefully I shall see you tomorrow or could be later on. Watch what you're doing, people. Take care.